Okay, let me see. God, it's cold. Maybe I should be wearing a sweater. Is this too far? Whoa! Oh, that's cold. Woo. Hi folks, welcome back to Aeon Pro. This is Mark, and today we're going to do something I've been trying to do for the last couple of weeks, and I decided that the best day to do it was today, when it is about 47 degrees outside. Today we're going to be comparing a couple of microphones, specifically microphones designed for use with, YouTubers, web vloggers, that kind of thing in mind. Now here's the thing. What I'm using right now is a Boya M1 Lavalier Microphone. This thing has an incredibly long cable. I'm actually probably about 10 feet away from my camera and I still have slack. This is what I use to record for most of my videos, actually. It's something that I think does a great job with providing fairly standard sound. Sorry, there's a cat over here being a dork and rolling in the dirt. Fairly standard sound, a flat rate that doesn't require too much post-processing to make it sound like my actual voice. We're going to be comparing this microphone today to a $10 Aufgeld microphone, which I think may have been about $12 when I got it. I'll go ahead and show the actual price right now on Amazon on the screen. This Boya I got for $20, and the Rode Video Micro shotgun microphone, which came with my Lumix G7. That one I haven't used all that often, so I'm kind of curious to see what it sounds like, especially in an outside environment like this, especially at some distance away from the camera. Now, as you might have noticed, we are outside, and I did that specifically because while I don't live in a particularly loud neighborhood, there is enough background noise that it was going to give us a good idea of what raw sound sounds like, as well as how much post-processing is required to make the sound usable. There's a dog barking in the background. We've had airplanes flying overhead. There's a cat currently eating grass like she does. And we actually also have a pool filter on in the background over there. So up till now, like I said, you've been hearing the Boya M1 Lavalier microphone. So let's go ahead and switch to the Aufgeld, and we will start our actual comparison test. Okay, here we are on the Aufgeld microphone. Now this is something that I need to note. It has an incredibly short cable, maybe about 4 feet, maybe 5 feet. I think I might be being just a little too conservative on that length. But I can actually reach out and touch the camera from how far away I am from it recording right now. Now this microphone is going directly into the camera. However, it is designed to go directly into a phone. We will be comparing that with the Boya as well, because the Boya is also supposed to be able to do that. In order to get this to connect to a camera, you have to use the included adapter. And the issue with that is that it creates a secondary point for sound to degrade. So you're not getting necessarily as clean a sound. Granted, it's a $10 microphone, so clean sound versus dirty sound isn't going to matter all that much. But it is worthy to note because that's something... My phone just decided to make a ton of noise. That's something that you're going to have to bear in mind as you utilize this microphone. So now we'll go ahead and jump into the sound test, and let's get things started. This is a sound test recording utilizing the Aufgeld Lavalier microphone. I am recording this outside in under 50-degree weather, next to my pool, a pool filter in the background, as well as various animal noises and city sounds also in the background. Okay, so here we are on the Rode Video Micro. Now this does come with a dead kitty or dead cat on top of it, I guess, covering it. If you watched my unboxing video where I unboxed the G7 as well as this Rode Video Micro, you'll know what it looks like already, but we'll go ahead and show some pictures of that on the screen at this time. One thing to note is that the instructions are very clear. They say to use this dead cat at all times, regardless of whether you're recording indoors or outdoors. So all of my experimentation with this has already kind of taken that into account. Everything has had that windscreen cover on it the entire time. And now I do want to touch on this really quickly because my camera has a flip out screen which shows the levels that my microphone is picking up as I record. And I do want to say that as far away as I am right now, the sound looks pretty good. When I'm not talking, there's very low pickup on the level meter, and when I am talking, much louder. So we'll see how well this filters out sound coming from all around us compared to the other two lavalier microphones. I have a hunch that this is going to sound a little better in terms of noise cancellation, but the sound quality I don't think is going to be as good as the Boya. This is a sound test recording of the Rode Video Micro. I am recording this outside in under 50-degree weather, next to a pool, with a pool filter in the background, as well as various animal noises and city noises in the background as well. Okay, so here we are back on the M1. We're gonna go ahead and do our test now. This is a test of the Boya M1 Lavalier Microphone. I'm recording this outside in under 50-degree weather, near a pool, with a pool filter in the background, and some various animals and city noises also in the background. Okay, so here we are recording on the Aufgeld, utilizing it directly into a smartphone. Now I'm recording this onto a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. You might have noticed I've slid? I've moved the lavalier microphone to a downward firing position on my lower collar here. The reason I've done that is because for both this and the Boya, I've noticed that sound is a little cleaner, less muffled, and not as hot when I point it downwards, especially when recording through Lexus Audio. So we're gonna go ahead and compare this to what it sounds like when it's plugged directly into the Lumix G7, since it's now recording on a smartphone, which is technically what it's designed for. This is a sound quality test for the Aufgeld lavalier microphone, recording directly into a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus using Lexus Audio. I am recording this outside in under 50-degree weather, next to a pool, with a pool filter in the background, as well as animal noises and city noises in the background as well. Okay, so here we are back on the Boya M1. This is now plugged into my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, and the reason why I don't record it directly onto my phone anymore and why I use the camera is because, like I said with the Aufgeld, the audio recordings through my phone come across as really hot. They come out with really sharp sound, the peaks are significantly louder, and it makes it harder to clean up the audio in post. So I typically record directly onto the camera because it's just easier to work with the audio in post. Plus, it's already synced up, so I don't have to do a sync test, which is something I forgot to do before I started recording this. So let's just do that now, shall we? 2, 1. All right. Well, that should have been done earlier. Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into that audio test. This is a sound quality test for the Boya M1 Lavalier Microphone. I am recording directly into my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus using Lexus Audio. I am recording outside in weather under 50 degrees next to a pool, with a pool filter in the background, as well as various animal noises and city noises in the background. I swear I've changed that like every single time I've done it. All right, we are back inside now for the second time because I tried to record this earlier and didn't have the microphone on. We are recording on the Boya M1 indoors now, particularly because a lot of times if you're recording on a lavalier microphone, especially for something like YouTube, which is what I mainly use it for, you're gonna be indoors, especially if you're me, because I film things regarding technology and computers. I don't do a lot of filming outdoors, with the exception of what we did earlier. And this room isn't particularly well treated. I do have a carpet floor, but it's not the best carpet in the world. The walls are particularly hollow, so sound kind of reverberates and carries throughout the house. Sitting up next to black ice here, which isn't the quietest system ever made, but because I've replaced a lot of the fans that came with the Enthoo Lux, it is quieter than typical. The front two intake fans are still the Fantex fans. They're 140s, so they're not super loud, but they are louder than I would like. So those still have to be replaced, but we'll be doing that sometime in the future. All this is just so you understand what kind of noise environment I'm in while we're testing these things. We do also have the central heating and cooling unit for my house. It's right next to my bedroom wall. So if it turns on, we'll know, and we'll just kind of go with that. This is a sound quality test for the Boya M1 Lavalier Microphone. I am recording indoors somewhere between 74 and 78 degrees. There is the background noise of my computer, as well as occasional background noise from other members of the household, but I do have the door closed and we are in an isolated environment. Alright, and this is a test on the Rode Video Micro. I have to say, I am impressed by this microphone, considering how small it is. I'm not the biggest fan of shotgun microphones, but I understand their importance when recording for film. And I've just been impressed by the sound of this microphone. So I'm curious to see what this sounds like, and especially how it stacks up to everything else. This is an audio quality test for the Rode Video Micro. We are recording indoors, somewhere between 74 and 78 degrees Fahrenheit. There's background noise coming from my computer, as well as the rest of the house, but we are in an isolated room. And now last, and realistically speaking least, the Aufgeld. Now, again, this is an incredibly short cable for this microphone, so I can't even really get full distance away from the camera, and I can't wear it comfortably. I think if you were interested in getting a lavalier microphone, this one, because it's specifically designed to be used with smartphones, you could put your smartphone in your pocket and it wouldn't be a big deal. But if you're trying to record directly onto a camera, like this one, yeah, this is kind of a deal breaker for a lot of people, I think. This is an audio quality test for the Aufgeld Lavalier Microphone. We are recording indoors. It is approximately somewhere between 74 and 78 degrees Fahrenheit. There is background noise coming from my computer, as well as the rest of the house. However, we are in a closed room, in an isolated environment. Oh God, he's so annoying. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Slightly less past mark here, and now that we've had the chance to listen to all of these, I think the winner has to be this Boya M1. Now, I think it's important to note that the Rode Video Micro is actually a fantastic microphone if you're doing sort of vlog style. If you've got the camera, you know, right in your face or at arm's length, I think it'll do a great job because the sound is pretty clear when up close. Didn't really kind of demonstrate that in this video, I know, so I apologize for that. But if you watch the unboxing video, you might notice that the volume or the audio there was a little bit better, and that's just because of proximity. Another thing to note is that all of these were recorded, the ones that were recorded directly in the camera were recorded at a -3 decibel pickup range. Several of my attempts had peaking issues, so I did lower the volume. You'll also notice on the screen, anytime that I increase that volume in post, I will have notated that. So yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way, and let's go back to the intro that or the outro that I recorded in the Look, just cut back.
All right, thanks for watching. Click on the subscribe. Oh God, no! Oh, it wasn't worth it. Woo. Don't ever do that. It's sub 50 degrees. Being in a pool is a bad idea. Hit the subscribe button if you like these videos. Give us a like. If you don't like those videos, you can go ahead and give us a dislike. But I may have just caught hypothermia for you guys, so I hope you appreciate it. We'll catch you guys in the next video, and now I get to figure out how to fish my glasses out of the pool. We'll see you next time.
The Fitness Grand Pacer no, I'm just kidding.